Hello, I'm Becky, and I know this will only resonate for the ones who's meant to hear it. But I heard something today from a Sam Sagewood that really hit home, and I wanted to share it with you. It took me a long time to realize this. It's the best thing I ever did for myself was to get quiet. Not silent out of anger or silent to prove a point, just quiet. I stopped explaining myself. I stopped trying to be understood from people who already decided not to understand me. Have you ever done that? Have you ever tried to prove your heart to someone who has already made up their mind about you? That kind of pain is exhausting. It drains you. Slowly, not all at once, just little by little, until one day you realize that abandoning yourself to be accepted by people was never going to hold you right. So I let go. I stopped trying to convince people I was a good person. Because the truth is, the people who need convincing usually aren't the ones who are meant to stay. I stopped fixing things I didn't break. I stopped apologizing for things that was never mine. Stopped carrying guilt that didn't belong in my hands. And for the first time in a long time, I felt peace. Not loud peace. Not the kind of post about, not the kind you perform for the world, the quiet kind. The kind that sits beside you when the room is still, when the phone is down. There's nothing left to distract you from yourself. The peace that asks you gently, why was you trying so hard to be chosen from people who never chose you? The question changed me because I realized something I should have known long ago. My worth was never up for debate. Not then and not now. Not in someone else's hands. Not in their approval. Not in their attention. Not in whether they stayed or walked away. I don't need to be seen by everyone. I don't need to be understood by everyone. I just need to be honest with myself. And that's where the strength came from. Not the loud kind. Not the kind that argues, defends, or keeps receipts. The quiet kind. The kind that stands still and knows and says, I know who I am, even if you don't. And maybe you needed to hear that today. Maybe you've been over explaining yourself, over and over reaching, over extending yourself, hoping someone would finally see you the way you saw them. Maybe you've been shrinking just to keep peace. Maybe you've been calling it love, when really it was your exhaustion begging them not to be left alone. But what if the peace you was looking for is home? I just thought that needed to be said. And hopefully it'll resonate for the ones that might needed to hear it. Have a good day.